He has launched 2 sets and he is out. Big also doesn't have hydros. He won't know it's coming. So very tight maneuvering and very good destroyer gameplay from forward onto Dawn. We'll just see if it pays off here, because it is if Big just even presses W. He doesn't know he's there, but if he even presses W, then he'll actually dodge everything. And it looks like nope, he's gonna be off the board here in a sec. Goodbye.
Yep. Very big kill
realizes...
by TWA, but it is too late. He's going to go down. Very well done by TWA there.
Yep, very good to sneak that Marceau over. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you didn't... if he had RPF, that might have saved Big. May have. Not guarantee, of course.
The thing is, though, that's going to be a massive point switch to TWA. And now they're going to start stepping onto B as well.
Not only that, but they've also shut out their only radar protecting B. So now Fries will have to face check him, and that's a lot more dangerous with that Petro sitting there.
Yep. Yeah, very good kill by TWA. Very well done with the rotation with that Marceau. Forward onto Dot has always been a very strong destroyer for TWA. I
also feel like Resin just lost track of him. They haven't seen him for like a while, but I feel like they should at least said something like, hey, wait a minute, Marceau's been AFK for about 3 or 4 minutes. Need to be careful.
All right, looks like the Marceau is now spotted by the Gearing. Gearing is now being radared.
Yep. Fries is going to take a lot of damage to avoid this, to try and deny this.
And they did not get the reset either.
Oh, that's the worst of both worlds. Fries might actually...
Oh, and Fries is going to be going down.
Nice hit by Snackman on that one.
Snackman be snacking in this match.
So yeah, removing that Petro was a key part of their defense. Once he goes down, then they could easily take the cap. And unfortunately, they missed the decap on that one and just lost Fries in return. So right now, 1 minute to play, and I don't see Resin being able to get out of this one.
Yeah, that was a very well done rotation by TWA. Definitely threw Resin off. So hopefully in the next match, they're able to kind of predict that strategy a little bit more. But very well done by TWA. Also, you got to remember, Resin is NA based, so they are up very early to play, so a lot of them are still waking up per se. This is I'll take this as a warm-up match potentially for them.
Yeah, welcome to the pain of playing on NA. We never get good times in internationals. GG.
Yep, looks like over at D, the Kremlin is pushing in along with the Petro, but unfortunately it is going to be, I don't know if they're going to be able to get a kill in time for this first set.
And they would have to get multiple kills to even get something.
Yep.
So, nope.
But yep, very well done by TWA for the first match of this best of 5 series. So moving on to the second match, which is going to be on Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant was picked by TWA. And for the spawns, Resin picked Alpha Spawn. But yeah, very well done by both teams there, but it was very clear that TWA did a really good job with that rotation. It was very hard. So that Marceau, he went really wide in case that gearing, because they kind of, at some points, he went really wide on purpose so that anything with RPF wouldn't be able to keep track of the Marceau. It would keep track of the Petro. So he did a good job putting that into his maneuvers.
Yep, and then he figured he had just enough room to ride the border and launch torpedoes.
Yep. Because the one thing about Legendary Petro, it does not have a lot of radars. It only has 3.
And he also, I think he just got lucky in the fact his Hydra was down. If it wasn't down, I think Big would have been able to dodge torpedoes and then radar him in return. he wouldn't have died, of course, but I think that was a gamble worth going for, and it paid off spectacularly for TWA.
It did.
Once it went down, then basically Resin lost their main anchor to protecting that cap, and the rest of the game quickly went downhill for them.
Yep. But yeah, again though, very well done by both teams. Any minor little mistake is going to get punished here. And that's definitely relevant, definitely prevalent when watching these matches. Any little small detail or thing you're not keeping track of, it's definitely going to be noticeable. All right, so I'm going to pull up the render for this match. You guys can take a look at that while we wait for the next match to get going. But yeah, you guys can watch the rotation of that Marceau with this render as the match goes through. You'll be able to see how TW very effectively rotate that Marceau all the way around without getting spotted. Because at first it looked like he was going to go into C. He was going to go in the middle cap, but no. He just went all the way around. He went on a journey all the way across the map. And that's the power of the Marceau and the French destroyers. They are speedy little demons.
I love that call too. Basically, they figured that Resin still hadn't figured out that Marceau was rotated, and so they abused that. They got him all the way to the side and get torpedo angles on the pet show, because he had no reason to suspect he was there. And he probably did. I don't think anyone expected him to really get all the way to that one line and just get all the way just to launch torpedoes at him. Like, who does that in a destroyer?
Yep, so the next map is going to be Sleeping Giant, with Resin being Alpha. TBA is going to be Bravo. So we're waiting for that to be going on. The forfeit timer will be at 28, so in about 7 minutes for you guys. All right. So we do not have any we do have an update on the other match as well. So looks like Eris won their first match against CL. So there are only 2 matches going on right now. So the Resin versus TWA match, of course, and then the CL versus Eris. So Eris has won their first match and TWA has won their first match. All right, so we're gonna do the map intro while we wait for the match to get going.
A colossal battle between opposing fleets will soon unfold here amongst the waters of the East China Sea. The residents of these islands will shortly bear witness to the thunder and flash of combat, and only one team will sail away victorious. This is Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, C and D are on the right. In this iteration, both teams' spawns have moved from a central position to a north and southwestern spawn position, offering a wealth of new strategies for teams to execute. Cap A on the left is fraught with danger, shifted from its previous position inside the Thunderdome to being centered on the tip of the island on the 1-2 line. A daring destroyer player can hug the island to take the cap quickly, but will face a treacherous journey to escape afterwards. In the center, capture area B is just as perilous. Completely open with plenty of spaces for radar cruisers to hide nearby without being spotted, it's commonly left uncaptured until the mid and late game. Caps C and D on the right provide an intriguing choice to teams. Pick up just their home cap, deploying radar and kiting ships to protect it, or risk it all on a push down the 9-10 line to gain control over both caps and the potential win. Sleeping Giant has a long history in COT S since its return in COT S13. Many tightly contested and challenging matches have been fought on this map, Which begs the question, who will be the victor this time? 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sleeping Giant.
All right. Looks like both teams are getting ready to go. All right, so again, Alpha spawn is going to be Resin. Bravo is going to be TWA. All right. Looks like both teams are getting ready to go. We'll switch over to the view now. I hope you guys are getting your drops. Thank you guys again, though, for all being here. All right, so this is the final day of the COTS International Tourney. Whoever wins this will be moving on to the finals. And then whoever loses will be going on to be fighting for the 3rd and 4th place slot. And we are underway. Oh boy, so triple Petros. 4 Petros from TWA. Wow, okay. So we're really just going out with Petros.
Yeah, if you don't ban it, abuse it. And both teams have taken that to heart, because now we're at a record 7 Petros.
Yep. Now, so for this particular match, for Resin, they have taken a Shima with the legendary mod for the torpedoes. We have a Gdansk, a legendary Haru, with 3 Petros, a Napoli, a Conqueror, and a Kremlin. Ooh, what's over on TWA's side?
So TWA has brought in Ohio and Conqueror as their battleships, 4 Petros, Haragumo, Summers, and Gdansk. So why bother? Well, you know what's better than 3 Petros? 4 Petros.
Yeah, who needs
And
3 when you have 4?
You know why TWA won the last game? They had 3 Petros. Resin had 2. So it's clearly because they had more Petros.
True. Whichever team has
Next
the most Petro wins.
Yeah. And next question is, where are we going to put all those Petros? So looks like TWA is going to put one on each side of the Thunderdome, and then they'll have one probably hugging the 7 line, and then the last Petro just somewhere out 8, 9, 10. I don't know where. Considering that they're putting a conch there too, it might be just more of a D deny. It might be a CD like holding force rather than a push. Although it could pivot to it as well.
If you look at
Gdansk
that
is
Petro
there.
positioning, it really looks like they're going to be putting a Petro at the 1 line, potentially the 10 line. Oh my god, that is going to be so hard to kill.
Resin has brought in a Conqueror. He is going over to 9-10 line, and Conqueror would eat Petros alive.
That is true. They are pretty delicious.
Yep.
It does look like, though, that Resin's going very heavy over to the left side. And it looks like they're doing the same thing with the Petros as TWA is. One's going to be on the island looking over B. One's going to be going over the 1 line. And then they have the Gdansk, Haru, and Kremlin over as well.
Interesting to see both teams bring a Haru, but no actual ship, no cruiser to support it with.
And both teams actually brought a Conqueror as well.
Yeah, they probably saw each other. Was like, wait a minute. If they're spamming Petros, we need to bring a Conqueror to keep them in check.
Yep.
And then Haru also, I guess Haru can do it just fine by itself. Just smoke up somewhere, just tank the radar, and then have fun. Just holding left mouse button for easy damage.
I liked TWA's positioning better with their Haru. Their Petro, TWA's Petro stayed way further back, than Resin's. And that's a mistake here because he is forced to turn out and it took a lot of damage early.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a big mistake. He should have been slower and waited for that Haru to rotate to get in front of him to smoke, because now he just took a lot of damage for no reason at all.
We've seen this happen to an EU team, actually. The exact same thing. Oh, we see a radar coming out for the Petro. This is more of an info radar. So he just knows that the Judance is there, that's it. And I guess where Petro is. Big boy should be able to go forward here and deny Judance as soon as he sits into the cap.
The big thing, though, is that is just a communication error or just a positioning error on Resin's side. They really should have had the Petro slow down and wait for the Haru to smoke him up.
Yeah, like, you don't want to keep losing HP like that. Against a team as good as TWA, even small losses in HP will snowball into big losses. Basically, it'll spiral out of control pretty quickly.
Yep.
So with TWA, looks like they will be able to. Okay, they have Hungary popping his radar, and with that, Big Boy should have a shot here on the Gdansk. Eagle's gonna rotate over to B. Looks like they're gonna give up on contesting A for a while.
They were able to reset them.
Yep. And both Conquerors are just kind of shooting at the other ship. TWA is losing their Judance. They've lost quite a bit of HP in him so far. Eagle's gonna hit the brakes here and use Big Boy as a shield.
Yeah, Big Boy seems to be very hungry for torpedoes this morning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him. Yeah, very unfortunate for him.
Well, at least he can stay safe behind that position. I don't think he's not in immediate danger of dying. Eagle's gonna run over to B here and try his luck at contesting B.
Ooh, Petra got hit hard by the Fiva's Kremlin. Over at the 9-10 line, we do see that the Somers did a smoke screen out to cover the Petro. So we are seeing a smoke comp with Petros. You know,
yep.
I didn't see that coming,
Smoke
but you know.
Oh, they're gonna chip the Gdansk a little bit more before getting away. Candy? No, doesn't quite catch it. So with that, Eagle's gonna set up and try and take the cap for himself, but I'm pretty sure we're just gonna end in the same manner.
The Petro from the 9-10 line for TBA did eat a torpedo from the Napoli, so nice torpedo set from him.
Yeah, I think both. So TWA realized that they really can't take B. I wonder if Resin is gonna figure that out, because there's no way with all that radar coverage they're gonna take A.
There just seems to be a lot of this. I think this game's going to come down to kills. It's not going to come down to caps, because over at B and A, it's like there's so much coverage going on for radar. I really don't expect it.
TWA has put the Petro into A here, though. He's actually pretty safe in his position, so Resin will need to figure out how to what to do from here. They can't really take B, and D is kind of locked down as well. So TW will now be farming points here.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Resin should have had their position a little bit better to be able to farm. I feel like Price had to do a little bit more smoke coverage for Big because of that early slap. Because his positioning would have been able to farm if he would have rotated more left to where Fiva is, he could have gotten farming onto that Petro.
I'm also wondering about the choice of ships here. Like, I'm surprised that with as many Petros around that no teams took a Dutch ship, because Petros, like, what's a good way to take out Petro? Get a Dutch ship here.
Yep.
Prince or a Utrecht here could have done wonders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Big's kind of...
Not really.
No.
Well, he is... Okay, he did manage to slap a Gdansk, but it's not a kill.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean... No, I mean Big, not Ballin. There's two Bigs. Sorry, I'm looking at Big TV and not Big Boy. Sorry, there's two of them.
Yeah.
There's Big Boy and there's Big.
Yeah, Big Boy has essentially nullified the Gdansk, but the problem is Eagle, he's going to struggle to find a place he can safely cap from.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to try his best because that's really the only play Resin has, and you need to do it at least to stop to stem the bleeding.
Yes, because they're gonna lose way too many points to TWA if at some point they're gonna have to try to go into A.
Yeah, and Big over on one line, he has HP to dive the cap if necessary, but it's not something he wants to do, not with a Petro crossfire like that.
Yep, so the Petro did radar the Gdansk that's in B. Also, the TWA's Petro at the 9-10 line, he took a lot of damage. He took a lot of torps from the Napoli.
9-10?
Yeah.
Okay, that is something they can use though, because they need to push. They do need to start pressuring TWA somewhere. Oof, Eagle takes half his HP just trying to get into the cap. Yeah, he's effectively out.
The Horror is getting in position at the 1-2 to be able to farm the Petro. Big is still reversing in. He's getting farmed for free.
So they're gonna try their next. They're gonna try their next radar here.
A lot of the problem we're seeing here is that TWA is just doing a really good job with their positioning to where they're able to farm while Resin is not. So they're essentially farming for free, which is never a good thing.
All right. Eagle's gonna take a lot of damage. He could get back into the cap here. Actually, no. There's not enough radar. There's not enough time between radars for him to take it. So, well, so just like the bottom Gdansk, he couldn't get it. So, with that, B cap continues to be untakeable.
Oh, looks like over the 9-10 line, we do have the Shima and Somers
making a push.
Yep. It looks like they have done their push side, and it's going to be over here.
Yeah, Kiminot did take a lot of damage, so I think that's their pick here. They might try to get Solmers as well, but their priority is to get the Petro out. If they can get Petro out, they'll force everyone else out.
Mm-hmm. Shima's doing torpedoes out in the lane. TWA has 4 minutes to win.
Yeah. Funny to see Petros being used in smoke, of all things.
Well, hey, you know, they banned pretty much everything else, so why not use Petros?
So on the one line, Big is turned around. He's ready to go into A here.
Petros currently spotted right now. He's being spotted by Shima. Shima is being radared by the Petro. The Conqueror could slow. Oh, he's right at the edge, and he's able to get out of the radar range.
Yep, but Angelstone will still try to take a shot here.
He can slap him here. He could.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, nope.
He didn't shoot him. Okay. Instead, he'll keep shooting the Petro here. They're gonna push Hungria down to the cap. And if he can, he'll need to step on the cap to start contesting it. But right now, he needs to move up in a safe manner that involves him not exploding.
Yeah, so I'm watching. So the Petro is able to go dark. He was able to use the radar to essentially just be able to push the Shima off. The Shima could.
Peyton's gonna take Torps.
Yep, he is. He does have his DCP available. Now the Gdansk is also rotating, and that is going to be scary. Petro is now being spotted again.
Does Hungary uses any? Nope, online just used radar. So their pick is now going to be Peyton, since his heal is going to be down, and he really can't heal much anyways.
Nope, and his DCP is also down as well, so he's going to be the pick. They have to kill that Petro. They have to. There is no if. There is a.
The problem is Petro is doing Petro things.
Oh, and the Gdansk is also smoking up to start farming the Conqueror.
Vile takes a hit in his Heart of Gumo. Big over on the one line, he has to dodge torpedoes. But he will be able to get into the cap and start, at least start denying it. Fries is just, okay, Conqueror goes down. they're gonna have Fiva here just dive the island. He's gonna shoot Vile's Haragumo a little bit.
Yeah, he did a pretty good shot into Vile.
Yep, but not enough to kill. And he's gonna tuck behind island to get safe from Silverblades Ohio. He'll be fine. He's gonna deny A for a bit, but next kill will actually
Good kill on the Petro.
They finally get the kill on the Petro. The issue is Legend in his Napoli, he was forced to push Bao in. He's gonna have to turn away here, which is not gonna be possible because his jerk called Jadansk has smoked him up. Is stopping that from happening.
Yep. So it looks like Fiva, like you said, is pushing into. I think they're doing a pincer maneuver on this Haru.
They could get the Jadansk right here. Okay.
Oh, they do. Great kill.
Yep. They still will probably lose Nab. Did they lose it? Is he on fire? Did he get hit? Yep. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So right now the Petra is getting farmed out by the Haru.
Yep, Hungary is taking a cap here. Right now, Resin they are actually not, right now, TWA is not taking points.
Now they are.
Okay, never mind, they are.
Thing is, Haru is, Fiva's just right there. You know, he's just chilling. He's like, hey, dude. He's like, just pop out, dude.
Big will have radar. He should he was gonna call it on cooldown.
Yep.
That's if the Petro shot doesn't save him, then Vile's gonna get some Soviet bias into the face here. He got Soviet biased in the face. Still won't change the outcome, but it's still funny to watch.
So right now, Resin isn't doing a bad job. They're doing good, but at the same time, TWA they were way more effective at farming than Resin was in this match. And I liked TWA's positioning in their formation way more at the one line. It really affected Resin's play due to that early slap on that Petro. Just something to consider with that.
I feel like TWA was also was able to better adapt to the plan here. They were able to get a ship into A, and Resin didn't have an answer for that. And because of that, they just ticked up on points for pretty much the entire game.
Now it's not over yet. I feel like they're gonna turn Hungary in to shoot this Petro. Yeah, it looks like he is. They are. They're turning the Petro in. Hungary, so they're doing like a little pincer maneuver on this Petro. Now they're gonna kill him off in a minute? Probably not.
No. You would need the Haru to literally start farming him right now.
They would need,
I don't think they have.
And which they are. But the thing is, I feel like they all should be using HE. They're using AP like crazy right now on this Petra, but trying to do damage to
with HE.
Just burn them down as fast as possible.
I would be okay with even accepting a ram from Big just because they're down so far on points.
I think they need not to be a ram. Okay, so it looks like there are. See, I don't like how Hungary is using AP. They need to use HE because like he's doing like 1K salvo every time. At least with the HE, he would have a chance with a fire.
Big needs to. Yeah, he can. They should be shooting HE. If they got HE into the front,
and he got the heal off too, and he has a DCP. No.
And it won't matter.
I feel like that was an ammunition issue there. They should have been using HE.
Yeah, Hungary definitely should have used HE.
No,
There's no reason to use
both
AP.
of them should have been using HE. It wasn't like one, it was both.
Yeah. Fries definitely was using HE because he has, well,
he's a Haru, of course. But it was both the Petros should have been using HE at that point, right? That's the obvious play. Because they needed to burn it down.
They need to kill him.
Not knock out his guns.
Yeah, you use AP if you want to keep him angled towards you, or you want to knock out his guns. In this case, Hungary has no reason to use AP because he's there to do damage. He needs to light fires and get some HE damage. Big Boy, he has more reason to use AP, but it's still better to use HE here because he needs to kill them out quickly. get he's also close enough we can just target the bow and light fires there. So if both sides used HE instead of AP, then I think he might have actually died with a little bit better fire RNG. Of course, I don't think he would have I don't think it would have mattered because they lost Shimakaze at the very end. But assuming the Shima kill doesn't happen, it is quite possible that they kill him just in the nick of time before Big gets rammed. But overall, I think that win just goes to TWA because they were able to adapt faster, and they put the Petro into that cap. It got him in safely, and that allowed them to tick up on points that Resin didn't have an answer to. Yeah,
so TWA doing a really good job again, showing their superiority in the King of the Seas. Doing a really good job over Resin. But yep, so we're on to match 3. This map was picked by Resin. So map is going to be Hotspot. Good old Hotspot. And TBA will be the Alpha spawn, and Brava will be Resin. Okay. All right, so we're currently waiting for the render to be done. All right, let's see. We do not have a second match yet for CL versus Eris. Forfeit timer is at 54. Yep, good old Hotspot. But yeah, those Petros really coming in clutch. All the Petros.
Iron Curtain strats.
Yep. I think that at first play, that double, again, the double Petro coming in, the double Petro at the 1-2 for TWA really just secured that flank for them. If they, and again, we were already theorizing this, that we were just going to be seeing tons of Petros, and that's why you ban Petro.
And if you don't ban Petro, you abuse Petro. And both teams took that to heart.
I was kind of, and the reason why it was on ban is because, I think it was because of the actual Dutch bombers. Is because of the reason why it was unbanned. Because originally, Petro was banned at the last one.
I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing any even one Dutch ship to really try and punish them. Because Petros, they're tanky as heck, but their positioning is pretty predictable too. If you got an Utrecht or a Prince von Orange, you could actually. There is a couple of positions they could have punished.
The one at the A cap easily could have been bombed and perma spotted.
Yep. And then if you have the Haru or a Gearing, you put him in smoke, and you just farm. You can farm him out and just make his life pretty miserable. If you want to be extra spicy, you could also put IFHE on your prince, and then you can penetrate his deck.
Ooh, yeah. The thing is, you could definitely do that. You know they're going to be taking Petros, so that is a possibility. But again, though, I am going to say that in the end, there, they really should have been using HE. That was a misplay. Because you're not gonna like. Both Petros were at its front and its aft. The hardest areas to do damage to a Petro when it's facing away from you like that and towards you. Best way to kill it, burn it.
And Petro has a round ass, so it's not like you can try to penetrate through the butt or through the front. The only justification I could see if both are running heavy AP. At that point, you might be able to just out damage it purely just because of AP, just a overpowered AP.
Yep.
But I wasn't paying attention to to their build, so I don't know if that's true or not. Well, TWA just needs one more win to advance to the final stage, and then if Resin will have to do a reverse sweep. If they don't do that, then they'll just move on to loser's bracket, and we'll be fighting for 3rd and 4th.
Yep. All right, so the next match is on a hotspot, so I'm going to do the map intro for that.
Amidst the treacherous islands and turbulent waters of the South Pacific lies an archipelago that will soon become the stage for an epic confrontation between enemy fleets. These scenic islands will reverberate with the clashing of steel and the roar of naval artillery that can only be matched by the volcano that looms over the area. This is Hotspot. Hotspot is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running from west to east. The A and B cap are on the left, C is in the center, and D is on the right. In this setting, the spawn points for the teams have been moved from a central position to a position located on the 7-8 line. Cap A and B on the left will provide a challenge for even the most skilled of teams. While an island provides for an easy ability to take one's home cap, the small amount of water that separates the caps enables the smallest misstep to be massively exploited. Teams that lose a ship out here will quickly find themselves fighting for only half the map. In the center, Cap C provides a variety of ways in and out for ships and can draw in a destroyer player like bees to honey. However, the 4 islands surrounding the cap provide a multitude of ways for a radar cruiser to ambush an unsuspecting DD. Cap D on the right provides a new and unique experience for teams. Moved from within the islands to the west, the D cap now has no island cover. Teams will have to execute any plays for the cap with an extreme amount of caution, as once lost, the cap will be a significant challenge to retake. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Hotspot.
All right, so next match is going to be underway. TWA is going to be Alpha Spawn. Bravo is going to be Resin. So I will do TWA again.
All right.
All right, so TWA has a 3 destroyer comp with a Gearing, Somers, Gdansk, with a Petro, Napoli, Utrecht, and Petro. So only 2 Petros this time, and they did bring a Utrecht with a Montana and a Conqueror. I was looking over on Resin's side.
So Resin has brought in Ohio and the Willem de Erst. 2 Petros, Sevilla, and Utrecht for their cruisers. Gearing, Z42, and Marceau for destroyers. So both teams have finally realized that Dutch airstrikes are a thing. So Resin has brought both Willem and the Utrecht, and TWA has just brought Utrecht. Only 2 Petros to feast on, though.
Mm-hmm.
So as for where are they positioning? Looks like TWA is Looks like they're gonna go heavy A side, pretty typical play. Petro, I don't know if they're gonna dive on lay into that rock on E6, E7-ish. Kind of looks like he's going there, but I think he's just waiting to get go a bit more vertical before diving.
Yeah, so it looks like for TWA, they're going very heavy over to the A and the C cap area, being very light over at D, so they're going to keep the Napoli more bow out over there. Over at Resin side, they are definitely going a lot heavier over the D at first, and they have a light force going over to B, and they're probably not going to really contest C, because if they do, they're going to be in trouble with that Cadances there.
I don't think they're bothering. They're literally just bypassing it. They're instead going to go for B. Marceau's going to rush into D. There's going to be no opposition whatsoever. And so they'll probably rotate Eagle off pretty quickly here once they realize TWA had literally put nothing there.
Yep, so over at D, the Marceau is going to be able to go into the cap.
Yep. Gearing throwing out Torps here. Hoping for the best. Gearing on TWA side is laying a smoke. And that is just so they can get the Petro to cross through unopposed.
Yep.
Interesting. If that's the case, then they're literally just gonna put 8 ships over on the A, B, C side, whereas Resin only has 5. A pretty big like overload.
I feel like, yeah, I don't like how many forces go to D. TWA really does not go heavy at D. I don't think they really have in this entire tourney. They've always been pretty light over at D. So seeing that many of a push over at Resin side isn't really a good thing, because they're going to have to push all the way around with those forces to rotate them. It's going to take them a very long time, and trying to run down a Napoli is such a pain in the butt.
Alright, so the Torps are going to force the force Online to turn out for a bit, but he's doing behind smoke, so whatever. Petro, Utrecht to Somers, looks like they are definitely setting up to try and take B. I'm really concerned about the Resin's Petro here, because he is eventually going to dive the island, or at least he likely will be. And if he tries diving, that's not going to end well.
All right, so the action is going to happen next is going to be happening over at A. The Marceau and the Sevilla are moving up to fight the Napoli of the 910 line, but...
Yep, all they see is the Napoli, and Eagle's just going to continue pushing them out. So instead, they're going to try and run down the Napoli. TW is going to run the gearing back, and then they have Silverblaze Conquer just to hold that flank as well. An interesting cross shot from Montana over onto Fiva there. Doesn't quite connect, but he does force him to turn out a bit. So TWA, it hit on Marceau, torpedoes. Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, that is not good for Resin there eating that torpedo over on the 910 line. I did not expect to eat this torp, so I never looked over there.
I mean, it's just Napoli torps. They just randomly hit things, and they often hit destroyers because they can. I wonder if they're going to continue trying to push him off, though. Looks like they're going to dig Big Boy in here. He's pretty much just gonna... He's pretty much not going to go anywhere. I feel like you shouldn't really be committing Ohio here, because it's a Napoli. You're not going to kill it with a Petro Sevilla. So I feel like it's just a waste of time. You're not going to kill him. He's going to run off the map, and then...
And if you look already, they're rotating the gearing back to be able to smoke up the Napoli if needed. And then they have the Conqueror that's guarding that area as well. So that's going to be such a pain in the butt for not that much gain. Looks like gearing is trying to do... Ooh, Utrecht just ate a torpedo. 2 torpedoes.
Ooh, Mad Dog's gonna get radared. He's diving the island right now, and he'll be able to get hydro coverage over onto a Petro, but he needs to find a rock that he can hide behind.
Z42 is in a very bad position due to the fact that TWA has moved their Somos all the way around this area right here. That's the problem.
I think it's okay-ish. So they can't really. Once Mad Dog gets out of the Hydro, he can just permaspot him with his own Hydro.
Yep.
It's in fact just going to be a battle of the. It's just a battle of the Hydros here. Point is going to try and survive Utrecht. Basically, they have to survive the Utrecht strikes. And once Mad Dog drops off radar, Hydro, then basically he'll abuse his 1 kilometer advantage.
Yep. I do like the Z42's position though. Like now the Somers. Oh, he's in a Hydro. The Somers.
He has to press W because Anlay is trying to catch him. He's trying to cover the one gap that in the Hydro coverage. Mad Dog is.
Utrecht is also like, Utrecht is like, Z42 is such a dangerous spot mainly because that Utrecht. Oh,
nice. Yeah,
ooh.
he has to dodge in a. He has basically no room to dodge in, so it's only a matter of time before something connects like that. And unfortunately, it hurts a lot. Oh, Solmares is maybe they're gonna
dodge.
Take torps here.
Dodge.
Nope.
9-10 line. The Sevilla Marsora backing off. The
Yep. Mad Dog has to back off
Napoli
too.
did get farmed a bit, but they
there.
did back off.
Jadansk tries his radar luck. No, nothing.
Petro
though.
did do his radar. They're shooting the Somers.
Okay, now they have Mad Dog spotted here.
Yep, he's being radared by the Petro. He is gonna.
Each ship will get 1 salvo to try and shoot him with. Is that enough? Likely so. Let's see
you
what
have like
happens.
6 ships shooting at him. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I mean, it was. I think it was worth trying, but the problem is, it's just there's so little room to maneuver there that it's only a matter of time before something connects, and it's pretty unfortunate that that you're a Z42 with no HP.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Leaving that middle open like that did allow that Gdansk to make that maneuver. Again, that play on the 9-10, I really do not like that from Resin's side.
Yep.
That cap is the reason why is because you're putting a lot of resources into one cap, which really isn't good because again you have 2 cap areas that are here, right? So you want to defend those, you want to get those, or you want to fight for those because it's worth it to put more forces there. Putting a lot of your forces at D where there's only 1 isn't worth unless you're able to secure C and D, but it's way easier to be able to defend or get A and B.
If they recognized it a little bit faster, I think it was okay to push it a little bit, just kind of secure some ground in case Napoli tries to re-push back, and to get a little bit of scouting, of course. But they try to chase them a little bit further, and the thing is, it's a Napoli. You can't really, there's not really much you can do. You just chase him away and that's it. They could have just kept 2 ships there to pin him down, and then to let the Petro and Ohio, or basically 2 of the ships, just rotate off to sea.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, the point advantage is in favor of TWA. Their positioning I like with TWA a lot. They have the Somers and Utrecht at the fence there. They have the Petro with the radar covering A. They have the Gdansk rotating around. They have the Petro above the little island there covering C. Marceau is going to be able to get radar by the Petro.
Eagle's gonna be sitting here just trying to get the cap.
Wait a minute. IKEA is just outside of the. Oh, never mind. He was able to. Sorry, Eagle got off the cap. Ooh, yeah. So
that's fine.
Yeah, so Sevilla is not having a fun time. Legend is currently being bullied right now. Sevilla does not do well against Napoli's.
So the thing is, when you're defending like that, you want 2 ships, not 1. Now Legend's just gonna get bullied off by the
because Napoli, they now know he's alone, and they smell blood.
Yep.
They smell blood. Payton
Yeah,
is trying to bomb the Petro over at C. Now they are able to get C cap. They are going to be able to. I I feel
Ibuki's
like
gonna
the
try and find
Savea
the
should have
island.
ran. I feel like
He has to keep running. He has no choice.
he legit just has to run as fast as he can.
Yep. He won't die, but he will have to give up the cap.
The
and
main
that's
thing
not
that annoys
something
me
Resin
is the
wants.
fact that you can clearly see there was a rotation going on, okay? So you can see there's a rotation going on. They left, right? So why did he stay so far up north when clearly there was a call for a rotation? That's the issue. He should have been running as fast as he can south once the call was to rotate, because he's alone. He's not going to have support or spotting from the other ships, and now they know this, and they're going to run him down, and then Napoli is able to easily kill a Savea.
Yep. And the thing is, with Big Boy's Petro, I feel like it's not been very useful. Like, they pulled 3 ships on the sea instead of 2.
His
If the
position
Petro was
could
there-
technically snipe the Nap when he gets spotted. He could.
Not reliably.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but because he's not physically there, they literally can just sit on the cap if they want to. That being said, they have control of C. All they do have enough points ticking up, so they could just.
Why
They
is
might still be able to
Triarch
pull this off.
open shooting the enemy? What? So Triarch is open shooting the enemy Utrecht when he's covered by smoke, and he's not covered in smoke? What? Huh?
Maybe he spotted by the Somers.
He
and,
was.
and felt like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
maybe he was just spotted, and then he realized like, okay, I might as well open up.
he's dead.
Yeah, that's
That
gonna be
was a. I have no words for that one. That was a yeah. That's that alone is GG. So yeah, that was
I feel like that was more of a desperation play, but at the same time, like the way he took it was still pretty aggressive. That being said, the Petro there as well was aggressively pushing in, so it was going to be either one that dying, and unfortunately, it's the squishy Utrecht that dies first.
But yep, congratulations to TWA. They're moving on to the finals. Yep, congratulations. Okay, so we gotta go to the next one. All right, so looks like Resin will be fighting for 3rd and 4th place. All right, so we'll be watching the next match, which is going to be the CL versus Eris. Let me pull that up real quick. Both of them are 1-1. All right, let me take a look real quick at the ship bans. All right. So we have North was the first map, second was Sleeping Giant. We know when the match is going to start.
Let me see. Hold on. We're CL versus Eris, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I do not see. I don't have a timer yet.
You're good. I'm currently just setting everything up. So Utrecht. All right, so Utrecht, Napoli, Bosfa, and and Stalingrad are the ship bands. Eris has the Brisbane. Des Moines. Clabert. And then Petra. Okay. All right. So we have the best of 5 match going on with CL versus Eris. First match was won by Eris. Second map was won by CL. Third map is going on is going to be Northern Waters. Oh, what? Why are they... For some reason, it's saying the battle is starting even though someone isn't ready?
Yeah. Oops.
That's weird. And now it's bugged?
We're starting anyways, okay.
Alright, I don't know what's going on, but alright. Okay.
Training room might have bugged. Well, let's see, though.
Who is Alpha Spawn in this one?
Wait for it to load properly.
Yep,
It was Ares on... Oof, yep, we're gonna restart. It bugged.
Yeah, that's weird. Are you sure it bugged, or did it just start at the timer?
No, as in, like, it's literally 8v9.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Ares is not going to play without their 9th person.
Yep. Yep, so I guess we're just going to wait for that to go on then. But yeah, so you want to go over the bans while we wait for the match to get started?
Sure, let me pull up the ban list here. So the ban list is Utrecht, Brisbane, Napoli, Des Moines, Moscow, Kleber, Stalingrad, and Petro. So, okay, so no long-range 12-kilometer radar. Actually, no 12-kilometer radar at all. Utrecht is banned. Kleber is banned, and then Des Moines is banned. But you can still run reasonable smoke, and then gunboat destroyers are on the table as well.
Yep.
And, wait. Huh?
No, the match is going.
Wait, it's going? What's going on? The three ships in the middle for, Ares is not moving.
They're not communicating. The,
What's going on?
Ares' team is not playing, but CL is.
Well, we have a communication problem then.
They'll figure it out.
Eventually. Oh well. We can still just talk about... we can still talk about the lineup here. They are missing... They're down 1 ship, but the general idea is the same. So Ares brought the Bungo, Sibirs, and They're down a battleship. Wait, they have the battleship, so they're down either a destroyer or a cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a pretty standard comp, though.
There you go. They finally, Yeah, I find it weird that it did that. But yeah, let me guys know how you guys are liking the tourney so far, and thank you guys all again for being here. We do greatly appreciate you all being here and watching the casting of the International King of the Seas. Hope you guys are getting your drops as well. All right. All right, looks like Eris is ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so all right. Looks like both teams are about ready to go. Bum, 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 bum. All right, they're currently communicating with the ref. Uh-oh.
So technically, what happened was that Ares didn't start AV9, so technically we don't know what their ninth ship should have been. So you could technically argue this is a unfair matchup, because Ares could technically bring in whatever ship they want if they want to counter CL's lineup.
That is true.
Yep. And then yeah, they know what CL is bringing, but CL doesn't know what their ninth
I
ship
feel
is.
like did the referee start too early? Or was it just a room bug?
What happened was one of the players on Ares side unreadied, and I guess we didn't catch it in time. So after they said they were ready, referee started the game, but before that happened, one of Ares's members unreadied at the last second, so probably they just didn't catch that. So now they have to figure out like what do we do here?
Suspicious.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional,
Nah,
but it does technically create an advantage over on Ares' side. So I guess they're just double checking with each other just to confirm how to proceed with this. Because yeah, CL does have a right to kind of make a like point it out, like yeah, technically they have an advantage here.
Yep.
Okay.
Where we going?
So yeah, it looks like something bugged out. So yeah, they were just it looks like what happened is just something bugged out, and then someone's game was just they thought it was ready, and then somehow the game didn't think it was ready. So yeah, it was definitely not intentional.
That is unfortunate. Sometimes you just get bugs with the Alright, well, it looks like we are underway.
Yeah. Just some weird training room bugs.
Alright, so Ares is going to be Alpha spawn, and CL is going to be Bravo spawn. Both teams are 1-1. Alright. Alright, so I will do Ares. So Ares has done a 2 battleship lineup with 4 cruisers and 3 destroyers. They have a legendary Shima with a Ragnar and a legendary Grozelvoy with a Sam Martin, Orange, Sevilla, and Marseille with a Sabir and a Bungo. Looking over on CL side.
CL has brought Sabir Conqueror, Worcester 2 Prince Von Oranges, a Solmares, a YY Jadansk, and Ragnar. So yeah, CL is playing a more destroyer-heavy lineup here, and it looks like they brought 2 princes in anticipation of what are they gonna bomb, because everyone banned the 12-kilometer radars. So what's the next thing they're gonna bomb? Marseille?
Yeah.
I guess they could bomb the Sibir or Bungo.
They could.
That being said, the PVO guns are pretty solid. I think, let me double check their speed, because I think they're on the faster end in terms of shell travel time.
Sabir's going over to A. Orange is going to A. Bungo is going middle, rotating over. Same with the Marseille and San Martin. Grozlo is going to be going wide. Ragnar's going to be watching over B. Savea is going to be watching over B for Eris. For CL, you have the Sabir going to be going wide. Konk is going to be watching over... Oh, man, look at all those oranges. Jesus Christ. Now, you weren't kidding.
Okay. Yeah, looks like in terms of shell flight time, they're about average.
Look how many radar DDs they have. YY Ragnar and Kadance. Good lord.
It's only 3, and you know what? Ares brought a big destroyer here, Savea.
True.
I like that both ships have both sides that committed a lot more force in middle than you expect. Like the Ares even has a Savea.
I like the Ares' Savea position because he can smoke himself up. You normally see a Mosfa there, but he can cover B cap with that radar, so that's a really good spot. I like it.
It's a bit short, but yeah, you could cover it, and then
he can quickly smoke himself too. So if he's getting spotted, he's already butt in, right? So he can easily leave whenever he needs to. He doesn't have to stay there. So he can smoke up, back off, and reverse back in after his radar's cool down.
A lot more flexible in terms of positioning, but it also means that he literally can't. There's no crossfire potential that a Mosfa can provide. Also, is this Ragnar going to eat torps?
Is a legendary underpowered Ragnar going to eat a torpedo?
Nope, he dodges it and survives to take torps another day.
Okay.
Okay, so CL has committed 4 ships, probably up to 5 here pretty soon into A. That's quite heavy.
Yeah, also, that's a lot of...
8 line? 8
yeah,
line,
I'm watching.
No.
Uh-oh, Ragnar, the underpowered ship, is going to eat a torpedo! The Somers strikes again.
Ragnar's biggest weakness, torpedoes. Unironically. And it's in the second biggest weakness, bunker shots.
All right, so this match is going to be really... I like the positioning of Eris more. They have a Sabir at the back where he's not overcommitted. It's really hard to kill. They have the orange in a kiting position so he can leave at any time. They have the Shima that can, watch the cap area. It's very flexible with that. And then over at the 910, they have their Marseille, Samar, and Grozovoi and Ragnar, so they can kind of push in if they need to with the Bungo and Savea. I like the Savea positioning the most. This is the first time we've seen a Savea in that spot, and it's very smart.
So, the more I look at this map, the funnier it looks. So, Eris is playing 3 ships in the A. They're the ones that are taking it actively.
Why Torps? Oh!
Is it gonna...
Oof. Getting Torps on a YY is really bad because, you get nuked.
And then these are Shimakaze Torps, and I assume he took 2. No, he took 1? Ouch.
Ooh, that is going to really hamper CL because it really seemed like they were going.
Hey, look, Ragnar is going to get revenge here. Get ready.
True.
Punch him out. Get revenge.
A vengeance for your fallen brother.
Shimakaze. He's going to run out of range, though. Ragnar's going to try and chase him down, and he is missing. He only has 10 seconds left. Grozovoi takes a torpedo. Jeez, everyone's taking torpedoes now. Shima will walk out of here with about half his HP. Not bad.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage, and he's on a perma.
Yeah, but he lives. That's the most important thing.
He dies, but he lived.
people die when they are killed.
True.
So now CL will be pushing into A with their Prince Sabir combo. I don't like the fact they're going to the same spot though.
No, I do not.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice blind fire by the Sabir.
Mm-hmm. And Shimakaze could strike
he
again.
Is. Nope, he is. He's gonna go back in. He should be able to make it back in time for the salvo. He will be. Yep. He's about to enter the concealment. He's almost there. He's almost there.
Sabir will get secondary shots onto him.
Yep. He got into range.
Yep.
9 seconds. Oh, yep. He got the shot. No. The Ragnar is gonna leave. So the Savea also rotated. Ooh.
Yeah, I think Ragnar's dead. Good check by Savea, catching his escape path. And Ragnar beaches.
Yep. Dude, I can't believe how underpowered the Ragnar is. It beached.
Yeah, it even is losing the fight against Shimakaze too.
Crazy. So as of right now, it is they're trying to kill it.
Yep.
They're almost there.
Right now, yeah, CL is pushing in desperately to try and cover the Ragnar. It's not going to be enough because
secondaries are absolute menaces.
Yep. CL could still convert this. They could get the Sabir out with the Prince and the Sabir just raining fire on them. They even got Conqueror and Prince trying to offer fire. Prince gets nuked a little bit trying to help out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Eris is Sabir with 1 orange.
Yep, he is constantly healing up.
Yeah, both of them are. They're both having fun. Orange trying to hit the Savea as well.
CL is gonna have to approach this carefully with a Sabir.
You know, honestly, Eris could just ram here.
That's
with
what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. If he rams it, that would be a perfect trade.
Well, the problem is that they're both beaching.
Yep, and Sabir is going to beach at an angle, so Eris cannot ram him. Instead, he's just going to get farmed out by airstrikes, assuming the PVO
I really
middle
think
doesn't
that
get farmed
Eris
out.
should have rammed the Sabir, because doing that would have guaranteed the kill on Sabir. Gdansk on the 9-10 line, sorry, in the middle of B is being punished by that Ragnar radar. He is not having a good time at all. The radar's about to end.
The PVO in CL's middle is also just getting hammered. Gdansk may go down here if the shells connect, but the Prince will also go down, guaranteed.
All right, over at the 9-10 line, I have the Wooster farming the Sam Martin. That's not gonna do too much over time.
All right, Prince is gonna have to dodge one final few shells. If he gets out, barely, looks like. Sabir is still gonna... Oh, wait, CL's gonna lose their Sabir first. Oof, that's kind of rough.
Ooh, but yeah, good kill by
CL's just losing
Eris.
so many ships here.
Yeah,
and
they
still
are.
haven't gotten beer. Yeah, I think Eris is just gonna wrap this up because they've pretty much killed 4 ships for practically no loss. Like, they finally lost the Sabir, but the rest of their ships looks pretty healthy. CL's gonna lose their Conqueror. Yeah, they just lost everyone.
Yeah,
Corpse.
wow, what a good job by Eris in this match. This is really strong.
Corpse are overpowered, man.
Corpse are overpowered, dude. Eris's Shima just came in clutch.
Depth strike to YY. Also caught out the survived against the Ragnar, and also was able to catch him out before he could take the cap. So really strong play from the Shimakaze. That's what every every average Shima player should aspire to.
Sometimes a torpedo hits, and sometimes they don't. In this match, Shima was hitting all the torps.
Yep. I also feel like CL just kind of bungled the play there. They had the 5 ships ready to go on A, and then they decided, now we'll just rotate we'll rotate 2 ships off. And then they tried to kind of push it through middle, but it just didn't end up working well. So kind of feel like they were a little bit confused on what to do.
But yeah, at this point, it's going to be cleanup with Eris going to be winning this match. So they'll win 2 matches over CL. All right, so... So what's the next match on?
Let me go take a look. Next one is going to be... Land of Fire.
Okay. But yeah, very well done by both teams, but Eris coming out on top did incredibly well here. Very well done. But yeah, trying to figure out what CL could have done better with their destroyers. I like the YY. I felt like they took the YY to be more of a really strong contender for like the A side if they did a heavy push over there, right? The more cruisers or battleships, right? But it didn't really seem like Eris really got any. They didn't really get to use it at all.
So they know YY knew where Surveyor was, and then they didn't. I don't think they saw where the Wooster was, but that was their only other radar ship that they're. Well, San Martin and Wooster. The thing is, he radared to get into the. He kind of radared that gap. I was wondering if it was just radaring for info, and then he could just sneak his YY directly into the cap. That would have actually made it much faster. And radaring before you go in would have been a safe scouting option. But whatever the case, well, he just took torps and died. And then CL just it felt like they still bungled the push, and then they couldn't secure the kill on the Sabir without sacrificing their entire team. So definitely just not very good play afterwards. Yep.
But now we're on to game 4. All right, so the next map is going to be on Land of Fire. So let me see about the. I don't have the render yet, but thank you guys all for being here. Do greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are able to get your Colombo camo from me today until 1:59 p.m. EST. So if you guys are having trouble getting the drop, make sure to have only one tab open, which will be on my screen to get the drop. Because if you have multiple tabs up, it can cause issues with getting the drop. So you guys have to watch for 90 minutes, and then you'll get a mission. Once you get the 90 minutes, you should be able to claim it, and once you claim it, you'll be able to do missions to get the Colombo camo. But do greatly appreciate you guys all being here, and we're going to do the map intro while we wait for the match to get going.
At the extreme southern tip of South America lies an archipelago rich in history and diversity. Soon, these storied waters will play host to a heroic clash between opposing forces, and the region will live up to its name. This is Land of Fire. Land of Fire is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 4 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and the C and D caps are on the right. To the west, the A cap has been shifted eastward, providing a significantly more open cap than before. It is common to see ships parked on the island on the west edge of the cap in order to deny the flank push, while also preventing an easy capture by enemy destroyers. Islands to the north and south also provide a safer but less rewarding place for radar cruisers to sit and defend the cap. Cap B in the center is wide open with plenty of ways in and out, and is initially the purview of competing destroyers. Teams will have to evaluate if it is worth smoking a cruiser to the island to the west of B in order to provide radar and hydro coverage. If combat shifts to an east-west axis, it's common to see some spectacular mid and late game pushes through the center of the map. On the right, caps C and D provide a tempting and risky choice for teams. Fast destroyers will typically take the home caps early, giving the teams the option of pushing a battleship down the 9 or 10 line to gain complete control over the eastern portion of the map. However, teams must always be wary of the multitude of islands that provide cover and ambush opportunities for a daring team. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Land of Fire.
All right, so Eris is going to be alpha spawn on the next map. So, there'll be alpha. What are the bans again for this match? I'm going to go over the bans again while we wait, because it's going to be a little bit.
So CL has banned Utrecht, Napoli, Moskva, and Stalingrad. Ares has banned Brisbane, Des Moines, Kleber, and Petro. Basically, all 12 kilometer radar options. All 12 kilometer radar options are banned. Des Moines is banned. Napoli is banned. Kleber is banned, and then Utrecht. So no anchor Russian cruisers. No Kleber, but you can still gunboat pretty heavily with everything else. And smoke is half banned. You could still run something like Minotaur Haragumo. You can run the Solmaris with Worcester if you're really that desperate for radar, or most likely you're just gonna run the Haru with Minotaur, because what else are you gonna run it with? And then we've seen CL try out the double PVO strat. That one I don't think was a ship problem, just more of a execution problem. But discounting that, I feel like there isn't as much reason to take the PVO here. So PVO loves to feast on more stationary ships that their airstrike can punish. Battleships are 1, and then island hungry cruisers are 2nd. There's a problem though. You've just banned out all of the Russian cruisers, so what are you going to use your airstrike on?
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, in that last match, it was pretty prevalent that they were not getting any usage out of those. One orange, though, on Eris's side, he was getting a lot of farm. He was at like 114,000 at the end. He was doing a lot, while CL's really wasn't doing as much.
Which seems odd, because both PVOs I think were on the 1 line, right? In fact,
so the beginning, the CL's one were at the 1 line, and then they rotated. So I'll have the render up.
One of them rotated. The other one was right behind the Sibir, and he should have been farming the Ares' Sibir that was pushing down. But yeah, it just felt like Ares was just able. Not only did they get the lucky torp strikes, but they were just out farming everything else. And it didn't help that CL put a few ships in the middle, and it felt like they didn't really get much out of it other than getting farmed to death.
Let's see. Is that done? Should be. Who won that match again? The last one? Eris.
Arius.
Sorry, I see to make sure. I always like to double check predictions. I don't want to pick the wrong one. That would be bad. I always like quadruple check who won the match. Even though I already know, it's always better to just double check. All right, so next match will be starting soon. But yep, thank you guys again for being here. You guys are able to get the Colombo camo by being here. All you have to do is watch for 90 minutes. Make sure to have only this stream up so you're able to get the drop. And then when you're able, after that, you'll be able to claim the drop. And then when you claim it, it may take a few minutes for it to appear in port for the mission. If you have an issue, just close the game and reopen it, and you'll get the mission. And then you will be able to get your glorious Colombo camo, which looks amazing. All right, looks like Eris is ready. I think CL said they were ready like a little bit ago, so. Let's see. Let me know once the match is dropping in. I'm just watching the render at the moment.
Yep, we're ready. Should be ready to go here in a minute or two. I think we're waiting for the Chinese staff to be ready as well.
Yep. No worries with me, because I get to chill a bit. All right,
Yep,
so results. Oh, sorry, keep going.
Ares will be up 2-1. They just need to win one more game to advance to the final stage. If CL wins the next 2 games, they will instead move on to face TWA in the finals. Updates are Did you say you had some updates?
Oh yeah, so updates with Resin and TBA. TBA is moving on to do the grand finals of the internationals, while Resin will be fighting in 3rd and 4th from whoever wins and loses here. All right, so Eris is currently Alpha Spawn. Bravo is going to be CL. All right. Thank you guys again, though, all for being here. Do greatly appreciate it. Again, the next map is going to be on Land of Fire. We're currently waiting for the official streams to be ready. We'll be good to go. But yep, sorry for the delay. We're just waiting for that. It is hard to coordinate with 2 official streams, so I can understand the issue. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah, this is the finals, so we're gonna move a little bit slower anyway, since everyone's watching right now.
But yep, thank you guys again, though, for all the support during the tournament. Since us casters do this voluntarily, all of your guys' support is how we get our revenue. So thank you guys for all the subs, the bits, the get to subs, and of course everyone that's been lurking or watching for the ad revenue as well. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you. It is a lot of work to coordinate these and coordinate tourneys like this, so I do appreciate y'all being here and watching and for all the criticisms. But again, I do have, me personally, I have a speech disorder, so I'm not going to be able to say names of things correctly. So that's the reason why. So yeah, if you're butchering that or that's the reason why. I'm just not able to say things correctly. So my apologies. And that's not me being a dick to anyone's cultures. I literally just cannot say anything right. Even American names I butcher. So overall, it's really a rough, but it is what it is.
If you understand what ships we're talking about, good enough.
Yep. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that so you guys know. It's not me trying to be a dick or anything like that. I just have an issue with it. So that's all.
Looks like...
Well, it looks like we're about to go in. All right, Eris is going to be Alpha Spawn. Bravo is going to be CL.
Yep. And CL will need to win this match and then the next one in order to advance. So they got to win the next two. Ares just needs to close this game out in order to advance. But if that doesn't happen, they'll just they'll get one more try.
All right, so I will do... Oh, damn, double Kremlins. Oh, man, CL is cooking. All right, so CL, we have 4 Destroyer lineup with 2 Marceaus, with a Gdansk Ragnar, 2 Marseilles, a Worcester. I just had to make sure that it wasn't a legendary. With the 2 Kremlins. I was looking over on Eris's side.
Eris's side is also, they've copied the Marseille strat. They've got Bungo and Sabir for battleships, Salem and Sevilla, along with the 2 Marseilles, and a Prince for 5 cruisers, and then a Shimakaze and Marceau for their destroyers.
Yep.
Definitely very push heavy on Eris's, and they get North Spawn. It looks like they're off to the races, as the Marseilles are going to secure the 1 and 2 line right over here.
Yeah, I like how the CL took both Marseilles and Marceaus. Good lord, man, that is a lot of Marseilles and Marceaus.
Actually, I take that back. Looks like 1 Marseille and a Prince is over to A side. They're going to have the Shima go into A as well. Sevilla, I think he's going to dive A and B here. And then they have Bungo just to provide some sniper support. So pretty even split, all things considered.
Yep.
For CL, they've also somewhat even. They have only 2 ships to A with a Ragnar and a Marseille. Marceau looks like he's going in for the early B cap potentially.
He could, since the Moskva is banned, they only have a Sevilla that could go down to B, so you could try to get that early pick over to B and then rotate back. So they are able to do that.
Typically, ships typically don't go to B as well. So there's that added factor. The only ships that could possibly oppose him would have been the Shimakaze and the enemy Marceau. But generally, you're not expecting, with a 2 destroyer comp, you don't expect them to go to B at all.
Exactly.
You might see the Sevilla, but that's it.
Also, they have double Kremlins going to D, so you know dang well they're going to be going for that CD control. Like, man, double
Brothers in arms pushing together. So we do have the Marceau into B. He'll get radared, and he is going to get shot by the Sevilla.
Yep.
but Surveyor is going to have to run the gauntlet, as he does have to reveal himself in order to radar for a bit. Wooster is going to dive that rock. Personally, I wouldn't put a Wooster there, unless they plan on putting him somewhere else, because I feel like that's a better place to put a Salem.
Sam would definitely be more tanky.
More tanky, and you also get more guns. Wooster kind of struggles there because you might be able to find an angle where you can use all 6 of your guns, but that kind of requires you to back off the rock. Salem's a lot easier to just maneuver within that behind that island.
Yeah, so as of right now, the CL Marceau is being blind fired. He is not spotted. So the radar of the Surveyor is going to be 10 seconds or so from it's going to be like 5 seconds once he gets radar off to try to radar this Marceau. They are going to I don't think he's going to waste it because of how little time it is. No one's going to be able to shoot him.
Yes, so there is a 6-second delay between when the radar is popped to when your teammates can see it. And even if your teammate shoots the instant they lock on, that is still another roughly 7 to 8 seconds of shell travel time. So not nearly enough time to stop the cap. So yeah, it's a better idea just to save it.
So UCL's doing a good job right now having the 2 cap advantage. They have B and they have D currently. So they're going to start taking up the points over Eris. Eris is going to be able to grab A, so they will have 2 points ticking as well, right? But
Eris popped a radar on Surveyor, likely just for info there.
Yeah, so for me as of right now, I like the positioning of CL. They have a light force right here to guard the flank if they try to move up, which they're going to have to do at some point. The Marceau is able to rotate a lot. I know that you don't like the Wooster, so that's like kind of the one weak thing in the plan that could be. It's a good radar to cover B.
Ooh. Nice hit on the Surveyor. That Kremlin did a pretty good salvo. Yeah, I just don't think Wooster is the better ship there. I'd rather see a Salem, since your radar already covers that entire cap, and you just get more frontal firepower. You don't have to worry about angling or anything.
I think the Gdansk is going to C. That's a really good position for CL.
Yes, C is easier to assault just because of that rock over on the bottom right side. It's a lot easier to hide a destroyer. You just need to make sure the 9-10 line is secured. Worst comes to worst, you can try the left rock as well. That also offers some pretty significant cover. But yeah, it's just easier to assault C from the south than D from up north, most of the time.
Yep.
Gdansk just popping a radar for info. So you'll see this happen often with high-level teams. Just before they enter the cap, they'll pop radar, just see who's in the area. Gdansk especially, it's well-suited because that radar is, all you need is info, so 10 seconds, that's it. And Gdansk is perfectly, he is perfectly in there, so there's I don't think they can root him out. Marseille's gonna try, but there's just no room for him.
Ooh, that was a close shot into him, though.
It's enough where the splash damage may cause a reset, but in this case, nothing. So CL will happily take their C cap here.
Yep, so now it's a 3 cap advantage over Eris. This is not looking too good for Eris right now, but they do have to rotate.
Yep.
It looks like the play for B is they may try to scoot that Surveyor into B is what it looks like.
Yes. Right now, Eris is down on points. They will have to at least get B if they want to keep the caps from spiraling out of control. Surveyor, however, is not really a great ship to take that. The Wooster radar is causing issues for it. And Wooster looks like he'll try and poke his head out to try to stop the Surveyor.
He is gonna have to. Now he is able to reset him a little bit here. He does have a radar as well.
Prince might come down here. He may consider just bombing out the Wooster just to relieve some pressure. Shimakaze also can perma-spot the Wooster from that range. Wooster is 9.8 surface detection and then 9.0 radar.
Oh,
so
here comes the
really
bombs.
Here come the airplanes. Yep, DFAA.
It's not gonna do enough.
Yeah, unfortunately the island cover is stopping a lot of the AA from really doing anything. So that's gonna hurt a little bit. 11k.
It could have been worse.
Could have been worse, but it wasn't. I wonder for this one. I wonder if it's going to be more effective if Wooster had the ledge mod instead.
You know what? That's legendary mod does give you good hit from the Kremlin of Savea. It gives you a faster cooldown on your symbols, right?
And I think it increases. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's a duration extra 1 charge on top of it.
Yeah, it does 1 extra charge. It makes it faster cooldown. So that'd be very useful there at B.
Yeah, if I'm gonna justify the Wooster over the Salem, that would be it. Because I feel like Salem is a little bit better here in this position. You don't. So far, Wooster's not been able to use all of his guns, and well, if you're not using all of your guns, why not just take the Salem?
Yep. And that super long radar is just gonna punish this Savea. He's not gonna be able to get close for a bit.
Yep, that's all CL needs to do. They just need to deny B cap.
Now over at C cap, you do have Eris's Marceau is starting to walk in. All right, so we do have a fight over at the one line that's going on. The Ragnar and the Marseille are farming the Eris's Marseille.
Oh yeah. So 20% reload time.
Yep.
So I think that would have actually been much better suited, but Wooster didn't take that. Well, it doesn't matter in this case because Eris is definitely full hard pushing to try and stop, stop the point lead. Wooster is kind of their pick, but he's also not very easy to hit.
Yeah, so the pick for Eris is Wooster, but the CL's pick right now is the Marseille. He's at 6k on a double perma. He's about to get DCP.
Eris is gonna lose their Marseille over here. Bungo's under heavy fire. He might go out first instead.
And that's the problem of Bungo. That's another fire and dead.
Yep,
so good kill. And the Bungo's next.
Marseille goes down.
Yep. And the Bungo's next.
Once he goes down, it's game over.
Yep. So
with Eris, there, they weren't able to take B, and their inability to contest C meant they really had no play going into mid-late game.
Yep. And over at C cap, the Marceau's in there currently stalling it, and then you have the Battleship Salvo barely hit the rock.
2 minutes to play. They do have the Savea. They were able to cap B, and they are contesting C. They have time to try and get the kills here. The question is, where are they going to get the kill?
So Bongo is dead. He was on a perma fire, and Marseille got him.
35 seconds now. Now they really don't have any time.
Nope.
Sabir's gonna walk in, try to do his best, but well, they have to somehow clap the Marceau here and all they can do is really clap the Marceau, but they get 1 salvo to do it, and they don't even have anything that could spot him.
Nope. Ooh, the Sabir got hit really hard. Unfortunately,
game is done.
Yep, so CL will be winning the 4th match of this best of 5 series. So we'll be moving on to game 5.
Everyone loves the game 5 here.
Yep, and is this gonna be game 5. Sorry. I almost messed that one up. Alright.
You almost thought we were going to game 6?
True. No, I almost messed up like the where the points are for the maps.
You could just give both teams 99 points.
Oh, true, you're right. But yeah, very well done by both teams.
So this was a sharp contrast to Game 3. It felt like Ares was in complete control of Game 3, and then completely opposite, CL was in complete control of Game 4 from start to finish.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely difference of strategies, because I feel like the strategy over on Ares' side was better for Game 3, but then CL just had a much better strat going for Game 4. And it also helps that I think they got the better spawn, the better side with the spawn.
The south side is the good spawn.
Yep, very strong side. And then now we're going to go over to Game 5. This is the winners take all, or winners go over to finals to face off against TWA. Losers get to fight Resin for the honor of 3rd and 4th place respectively.
Yep. All right, so next match is going to be on Loop, and that was the last map that's available. All right, so I'm going to do my map intro while we wait for this to get going.
The Portuguese coast lies a crossing of sea lanes critical to the survival of opposing fleets. Surrounded by towers of crimson sedimentary rock and the expanse of the blue Atlantic, these two fleets will soon engage in trial by combat, where only one team can claim victory. This is Loop. Loop is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination style map with 4 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A and B caps are on the left, C is in the center, and D is on the right. In this configuration, Loop now has 2 capture points on the west side of the map that can be seen as teams' home caps. Teams will now have to weigh whether it's worth deploying more ships west to try and capture the enemy home cap, or merely defend and attempt to break through. Elsewhere in the center of the map, capture point C has been greatly reduced in size. It will be far more challenging for destroyers to comfortably capture this point without sufficient support from teammates and nearby radar cruisers. On the eastern side of the map, capture point D was moved further east. Destroyers wishing to capture this point will no longer find the safety of the island in the middle of the cap, and instead must face the threat of enemy radar or even hydro from nearby islands. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Loop.
All right. But thank you guys again all for being here. They do greatly appreciate you guys are able to get your Colombo camo here. Once you get the 90 minutes of watch time, you will get you have to claim it. And then once you claim it, it will do a mission import. You'll have to close the game and reopen it to get the mission. Sometimes they take a little bit to get. Like maybe like a few minutes or so after you claim it. But you will get it import for the mission. All right, so the forfeit timer is in about 7 minutes. So that is the latest start time you're going to see. The earliest is going to be 7 minutes or, I don't know, it depends. I think the latest is like 5 minutes after, so 12. So maybe 10 minutes or so. Well, we'll see. All right. So Alpha spawn is going to be Eris for this match. And Bravo is going to be CL. I think a lot of these matches are coming down to the spawns too. Sometimes the spawns are like really good for a team or really bad as well.
I don't think it was really important this time. It just felt like CL had a much stronger strategy going in. Eris just didn't have anything to stop the C push, and they also had no way to take B. They ended up just taking on, they just ended up losing 3. They were taking on 1 cap while CL was taking up 3 for literally half the game.
Yep.
And of course, you just can't come back from that deficit. All they had left to push was a bungo. You don't want to push with a Bungo unless you're desperate.
Yeah, that's the problem with Bungo. It is a
Yes, she's really good at sniping ships, just anything that involves not tanking. If it's tanking for any reason, we're probably pretty desperate and about to lose.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're off to the next match. Okay, so that's all done. That's all. Predictions are good. All right. Super excited. Whoever wins this match will be moving on to the grand finals of the International King of the Seas, and whoever wins that one will be crowned King of the Seas. But yes, I will be casting after, I'll be streaming after the tourney is done as well. So if you are not able to get your drops during the actual tourney gameplay, I will be streaming after as well. So very excited for that. What I'll probably do is I'll just keep a delay on or something while I'll just switch it over to the regular stream so you guys can get your drops on without it stopping. All right, looks like both teams are getting ready up. So Ares is going to be Alpha Spawn. Bravo is going to be CL. And then we'll be good to go. All right, looks like CL is ready as well.
Yep, both teams are ready for the ultimate showdown. Well, the second ultimate showdown.
Yep. All right, good stuff. All right. We should be starting momentarily. All right. And now we just wait for the official stream to say that they're ready, and then we'll be good to go. Let's see. And we wait. Okay. And we wait. And wait.
We'll go one day.
Yeah, one day. Let us see. Um, mm, mm,
Well, at least TWA and Rain will be getting. Sorry, TWA and Resin will be getting some rest here. In fact, probably
A nap.
probably both teams are already preparing respectively, like what strats should they run for, depending on which team they face.
Yep.
Because even though it's Asia, Asian and Asia and China do play a little bit different. So you want to adjust your strategy accordingly. TWA probably doesn't want to get run into a corner again by Ares if that were to happen.
Yeah, probably not. I miss Gaishu.
We are waiting.
Yep. Wonder what they're doing. Are they going over the render? Yes. All right. All right. Well, I guess we'll go sooner or later.
Can we just press the button? Just say, "Oh, time's up. Time's up. We're going in. Game 5. Teams are really wants to just get it over with."
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank God. All right, we are underway for the final match of CL versus Ares. All right, who is going to win? Hope you guys did your predictions. That's a lot of Marseilles on both sides. Wow.
Okay. I like that whatever ship you don't ban today is just gonna get spammed to heck.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw Petros getting spammed for Resin versus TWA, and now it's Marseille spam.
Yep. So as of right now, we have the Ares. They have 2 destroyer lineup with the Gdansk and YY. With the Sam Martin, 4 Marseilles, Aloria, and a Bungo. How's it looking?
CL has brought in 2 Kremlins, Salem, 3 Marseilles, Prince, Marceau, and a Smoland.
Battle starts.
For very interesting choices. Kind of surprised that both teams are running with 2 destroyers. So it just sounds like this is definitely going to be a heavy push. The Marseilles are I would expect them to just wolfpack and go to one side or not. The Prince, however, actually matches pretty well into Marseille. It has the firepower to deal with them, and airstrike can easily punish Marseilles from retreating if they try to just reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, there has. We've seen it occasionally being used just to keep Marseille pushes in check. And I wonder if the CL is going to use their prince in that regard. You can still use it in a traditional bomb insert island here, but I feel like its matchup against Marseille might play a more prominent role. Salem could also do it, kinda, but you have to be careful of just being double teamed by Marseille and just dying a horrible reload booster death.
I'm curious why there's a Marseille going to the middle.
Maybe he just hasn't maybe he thinks he's a Russian cruiser and he's trying to pretend he has radar.
True. So over for Eris, they are doing a double. They're doing a Marseille, Bungo, and Gdansk going over to A, with the double Marseille, Loria, and YY going over to D. So the Smallland and the Salem are looking over C. So CL is definitely going to be able to get C. They're uncontested at this point, besides the Marseille.
Pretty even split over by CL. They're going to try and contest C early. If the Marseille was something like a Salem, then I think definitely they could at least hold C for a bit. But no, with the Marseille, all he can do is like poke. He has to literally poke up and then try to hope he can get the Smallland and just bump spot him. I don't even know if we'll be in time.
Now the YY has radar, so he'll be able to flip off a D over at C.
Oh yeah, he's not even trying to contest C. Okay. So in that case, why put a Marseille there? Why not just put the why not just have another Salem?
I'm not sure, but the Salem did get slapped by the Bungo for 15k.
There is a possibility they're just gonna bum rush him through C later. That I can't deny that's a possibility. So with that, CL is off to a early point lead. They have the Marceau tucked into D, and he's there, and that position is pretty strong for denying D from destroyers. It is a bit precarious, so you have to make sure he's properly supported. Yeah, mostly you just need to watch the 6 and 7 line, and then a little bit of the 10. But once you get a destroyer in there, he's actually you can deny D no problem.
Yep. Looks like the YY got spotted for about a split second. 1k salvo onto him.
Loria is gonna just barely miss the PVO. Unfortunately, he shows broadside to Marseille. Can he get out? Ooh,
no damage.
Overshot.
Okay. It was a good turnout though by the orange.
Oh, and we have the two Marseilles just literally. We have the Marseille train just doubling down. CL's just gonna push two Marseilles to that F1, F2 island.
And then they're gonna make their move after.
Yep. They have 4 ships to 3. Eris could actually push the They have the middle Marseille that's not doing anything. They could push. They could back them up and rotate to get some crossfire support if needed.
Coffee. I don't think Coffee should be. He should be stopping in time.
Yeah, he'll be okay. So they have the Marseille over there, but Eris is going to check their move. There's no way that Coffee can bring his Marseille over without getting Citadel to death.
Nope.
In that case, they're going to just have Xbox, the OG Xbox, just walk up and rush him from behind.
Oh, that ripped that. Yeah, ripped that poor guy. The dance did rotate over to be able to grab the cap over at C.
Yeah, but that's not very easy to take. And unfortunately, he got caught by Salem radar and is now being farmed by Marceau. Literally no room for him to go.
Yep.
He is surprisingly not taking that much damage. Yet. But I think Eris is definitely going to lose to Gdansk here. There's just literally no wiggle room for him.
Yeah, the Marceau for CL is taking a lot of damage from the Loria and the Marseille. He is going to have to escape.
Yep. Kremlin. Okay, he is trying to get the Gdansk here. Gdansk is dark. He will I feel like he definitely survived a lot more shots than you would expect.
Oh yeah, he did. He did an amazing job.
Holy crap. Yeah, he'll take the cap and run. I fully expected him to be near dead, but okay, I'll take it. Ares will gladly take that. Unfortunately, they have rotated ships over, and Ares has picked up on that and is now able to take D and is starting to rotate into kind of wrap around to help protect C.
Yep.
So CL's definitely going to have to get their push rolling here. And first things first, got to penetrate the Marseille up his ass.
Yep, and that's the move that's happening right now. The Kremlin Xbox is starting to make the move on the Marseille.
Yeah, I feel like Xbox should have just full YOLO'd at him, because they don't need him to shoot at that Jadance. They just need to make a push, and the faster they do it, the better. That Marseille has literally stalled the push for at least a minute, probably 2 now.
The problem is that
Bunker's...
Xbox is taking too long to do the push. He needs to do the push with the small in support, because at the 9-10, the D side is already making their move.
Yeah, he gave up a pretty good opportunity to try and rush him. Marseille doesn't have any butt guns, so what can he do? In fact, and Bunga was not in position, so that was the perfect opportunity to try and rush.
I'm trying to figure out what he's scared of on the 9-10 that could hurt him on the 9-10 side. I don't think there's anything that really is.
Yeah. This almost feels like very similar to a previous match I've seen between the two teams. Not gonna lie.
The thing is, he has the small end on the right. He has the small end on the right, so they are able to CL. So at this point, CL is going to be able to grab a C.
Yeah, like the Marseille technically has his broadside, but that's okay. He can just nose into the islands. He won't be taking that much damage. Worst comes to worst, he'll just get AP farmed by the San Martin.
Ooh, nice.
But then his 2 Marseilles can just push up and start offering cover.
Yeah, because now the Maraku Marseille is doing a 1v1 right now. Ooh, nice trading by him, though.
It is working, but I feel like definitely... Okay, CL goes down over on the right side.
Oh.
Marseille's going to get run over. So yeah, really should be booking it.
It's really hard to figure who to watch because he's dead, so good kill by him.
Marseille is basically YOLOing in. He knows he's dead. Kind of odd that he's not just running over this thing. Yep, forcing a trade here. And into the waiting arms of Coffee's Marseille.
Yep, Kremlin. Oh god, the Kremlin just ate torpedoes at the middle there. He's like a lot of damage.
Oof, that is precious HP that CL wishes they're gonna have.
Okay.
Well, they will get the Marseille kill. Feel like definitely could have done it much faster, because right now, their Marseille got hammered in the process. And that's gonna be precious HP they wish they had.
Yep, so Ares's Marseille is going to go down here in the trade, so at least that's a good trade for CL.
Yep, now Xbox has to brave torpedoes, as she's going to be repeatedly slammed by torpedoes from both Gdansk and the not the San Martin.
Nope, they ran out.
Yep.
Okay, so
Gdansk is going to lay smoke
CL
here.
Fat CY is going to go down.
Yep. That does it for the entirety of the south flank. So right now, all hopes is on Ares CL trying to contest A here.
I wonder if CL tried to ram the Marseille, or if he just put himself at this little island here, where he could he could shoot the Marseille, and make it where the right side couldn't shoot him if they can kill off the Marseille, because they could try to move up the Salem to grab or keep C. No, they don't have to.
They don't need to do anything. First of all, that Loria over on the 10 line, he's useless. He's useless for the next couple minutes. All they need to do is take A, hold on to the lead. YY can't do anything because Salem's literally sitting there. So, and then he's preventing the Marseille from pushing in and getting Salem from behind. If they can, that's what they need to do. They just need to stop them from taking C at all. And they have the ships to contest this. I believe CL is in a very strong position.
Yeah, I think they are at this point because Eris is on the back end with their
Yep.
HP.
Even if they lose the Kremlin, that's perfectly fine. They have complete cap control. G-Dance can't step back in without exploding. Sam
Nope.
Martin doesn't want to step in without exploding. So it has to be Bungo, which is getting farmed out. So right now it's up to Ares to try and figure out how to break this deadlock.
YY is about to make a move on to middle. I'm going to wait for the... Oh, well, Sam Martin's short plan again.
Yep. Oh, does Salem have a radar? No, Salem does not have a radar. Oh, Rush by YY could do it. But they could also wait for...
Oh,
they need to somehow
there's
farm out Kremlin.
the...
Yep. Okay, they're gonna get the Kremlin here. YY fire torps, and then
Yep.
Marseille is gonna try and come from behind now.
Oh, they're going to do a pincer maneuver on the Salem. The YY has his torpedo reload booster. Ooh,
Yep.
is he going to eat the torps? He ate.
1 and 2
Nice, good
and
kill.
3.
Oh,
Yep.
and here comes the YY with the torp reload booster, and here comes the lovely YY torps.
Yep. They're probably gonna lose ice. They might lose Ice T in here, but as long as they get the Salem, that's definitely worth it.
Yep.
They're gonna rush to Marseille to kind of ensure any kills here.
Oh
Gotta
god,
get the
he
torps
ate.
out
Oh, ooh, he got both off.
Yep, that should be good enough. And if not, Marseille's got the follow-up here.
Oh, he got a
Does
heal.
he get
Oh,
it?
the Loria finished him off in the
Loria
back. Good
snipes
job
him.
by the Loria.
Yep. And then Marseille will need to just back out of the cap, but otherwise he's okay. Second question. Kremlin's alive.
What? Improved? The improved heal, probably?
Why is he alive? How is this happening?
Legendary, but so they are going to be able to grab C. Point advantage
will
is
get the
still
kill on-
in CL's favor.
Yep, they'll get the kill on Bungo once the smoke is done. Bungo's gonna get one more heal, but he should be okay for now. Kremlin, of course, doesn't want to fight, so he's out.
I feel like Eris is at a giant disadvantage due to the fact
Not
that,
necessarily.
like, I'm trying to figure out, because up north, oh, sorry, they still could dance in the Bungo. The Bungo's barely alive.
Yeah, Bungo's barely alive. CL has every ship over at the A side. If Ares realizes that B is unguarded, they could, in theory, send a Marseille over to take it. You have just barely enough time to make a difference, too.
Yep, they could.
The thing is,
oh,
I
look
don't
at Marcel, though. Marcel's going to start to rotate. He could be trying to grab D.
Yep, that's a smart play by him.
I think he is going that way. Yeah, he's going to go and grab the...
Do they have RPF? Do they know?
Let me double check.
No?
Yeah, he does have
I don't see
RPF.
an
Nope,
RPF.
yeah, he has RPF. Marceau does.
Jadance, huh? No, I'm talking about the Marseilles. Do they have RPF? And I didn't see any.
No,
Jadance
no,
is the
they
one
don't.
with RPF, but I think it's tracking Smolland
It
right
is.
now. Okay, so CL is gonna secure this by just pure rotations.
Kremlin is also just trying to stay alive.
Yep, smart move to just run for the corner. You did your job. You don't need to stick around any longer.
At this point, Smolland is playing like defense against that destroyer. He's like keeping him in check.
Yes, he can beat the Jadansk in a 1v1. And I think he knows the rough position of where he is, so...
Yeah, Gdansk has
If
an
he's-
RPF, yes.
Yep, they both RPF'd each other. So he just needs to stay there and basically just sit in his face. Marceau, once he takes D, it's game over. Ares will need a kill in order to get out of this.
Thing is,
one, but
Bongo is
honestly-
very low. Their kill would have been the Kremlin.
Yep, but unfortunately, Kremlin just survives because he's Kremlin.
Yep.
Jadansk is even in danger of dying here, so right now CL has the advantage.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Once Bungo gets spotted here, only the two Marseilles can shoot him. He's a bit far.
Gdansk did a pretty good job is reversing around.
Yep, but he's gonna need some very lucky torps. Does he get the lucky torps?
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 2, 1,
2.
1 lucky torp.
Oh, well, yeah.
Not enough, unfortunately.
If I was that small, and I'd be trying to radar him to be able to... Oh, there it is.
Yep, Okay, that's good enough. He can deny Jadance from trying to spot him, or he can just kill him.
Oh,
outright,
he's
too. That works
popping
too.
out. Oh, Bungo popped his spotter plane.
Yep, he needs to nuke the Smallland. Gotta nuke him. Does he even have guns ready? Probably not.
He has 2.
That's good enough.
Oh, it's a trade.
It's a trade, but Ares could not afford a trade right now. They will step on the B, but it will end up in a 1-cap disadvantage for Ares.
Yep.
Their next pick is going to be Marseille. They do have the time, though.
Yep.
With Bungo, he can get some snipes off. So this is their chance to get back to the game. 3.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, CL's Marseille is incredibly low. San Martin's also rushing the rear of the Marseille.
Oof. Kremlin needs to... Oh, he might be a little bit too far to really help. Unfortunately, it's kind of a all hands on deck kind of situation.
Ooh, good play by the Marseille. San Martin is going up the rear of CL's Marseille. They have to kill Ares's Marseille here to do a trade.
He has a reload booster. He should be able to finish him. Just don't get depth struck by Bungo, and he should be able to at least force a trade. Yep, he's gonna go for it. Ares just doesn't have the resources left. He has no heals, no speed boost, and
good
now
kill.
no HP.
That's a good trade.
Probably gonna go out. Marceau's gonna just back cap C. He's literally playing. He's just playing capture the flag while everyone else is playing team deathmatch.
Yep, he's doing a good job.
Play the objective. Coffee, he's not gonna live through this, but he did his job. Once Marceau jumps on the C, now Kremlin is gonna be next on the chopping block. Kremlin's got no HP left. If he dies, I don't think they can actually... Yeah, I think it's actually going to be a Ares win, just barely, because Marceau, even if it jumps to the cap, he can't stop Kremlin from just dying.
Yeah, it says he doesn't have any DCPs, and it says he's a heal, but I don't think he's actually out of heals.
I'm pretty sure he hit the 2 million a while back. So Marseille is going to try and burst him down. He gets the shittiest RNG I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Kremlin did no damage to the...
Kremlin is going to try and get his next salvo onto him, because if he lands a 4K onto Marseille, if he lands a 10K onto Marseille, or he needs to get the kill, never mind. If he can even shoot. Nope.
Nope. So, Ares is going to win. Very well done by Ares. Wow. This match went back and forth the entire time, man.
Yep, just small micro optimizations that eventually costed the game. If the Bungo, for example, didn't, if he died instead of living on 1,000 HP, CL would be advancing.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Ares. They'll be moving on to the finals for first and second place, while CL will be going and fighting for third and fourth place. So congratulations to both teams for making it this far.
And thank you for the high quality matches. That one was super close. Like, at no point where, only in the last few seconds where it was pretty clear that one team won. Literally 18 minutes of, wow, extremely good back and forth fights.
Yeah, very well done by